Next year maybe Freeman. Okay. Now, shall we play Baton is covered up the second card for Brother Phil. He was asked the 4 questions.
Nancy is always.
Always.
Well, no. Eventually, somebody in this family will have a child.
I doubt it.
I hope so.
Pussycats can't speak.
I know.
Do you have?
Somebody.
Do you have?
Go ahead, darling. You're on tape.
I'm on tape.
No.
Just have a cat.
That is not all sons.
Okay.
Pay attention.
Am I starting?
Yes.
Go.
Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol halelot. Shebachol halelot anu ochlin hametzu matzah. Halayla hazeh kulo matzah. Shebachol halelot anu ochlin sha'ar yirakot. Halayla hazeh maror. Shebachol halelot ein anu mafilin afilu pa'am echat. Halayla hazeh shetei pe'amim. Shebachol halelot anu ochlin vein yoshvin uvein misubin. Halayla hazeh kulanu misubin.
Very good.
Yes,
Thanks.
why don't we start with David here?
Jim, you want me to take over on that one?
הרי אנו בנינו ובני בנינו ושבונים היינו לפעול במצרים ואפילו כולנו חכמים כולנו גבוהים כולנו זקנים כולנו יודעים את התורה מצווה עלינו לספר ביציאת מצרים ובכל המרבה לספר ביציאת מצרים הרי זו משובח. Okay.
Who's next?
Tired already?
Grandma,
Paul?
how about you?
Yeah.
Grandma.
Grandma.
Yeah, grandma's not.
Yeah,
In English, in
here,
English,
here,
Grandma.
down here.
Grandma's
Look.
not-
It is told.
Down
It is
here.
told.
Stop
We gotta
it.
reread
Give me
the
your
first
book.
paragraph
Give me
again.
your book.
You know, it was done.
We were slaves of Pharaoh in Egypt, and the eternal
Grandma
God
was. Wait, whoa, whoa. Oh, you're gonna do the translation?
Didn't he say
Brought us out from there with
Somebody ought to
swung
get
in and
a
outstretched arm. Now
Grandma's
God had not
gonna
brought our
do it.
forefathers
No, we're
from
not gonna
Egypt,
break
and
our
even we,
record.
our children, and our children's children might still have been enslaved to Pharaoh in Egypt. Therefore, even we were all, even were we all wise, all men of understanding, and even if we were all old and well learned in the Torah, it would still be our duty to tell the story of the departure from Egypt. And the more one tells of the departure from Egypt, the more is he to be praised. It is told that Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Josh, students came to tell him that it was time for the morning prayers. Rabbi Eliezer, the son of Azariah, said, "Here I am, a man of 70 years, yet I did not understand why the story of the departure from Egypt should be told at night, until Ben Zoma explained it. The Bible commands us, saying that you may remember the day of your going out from Egypt all the days of your life." Ben Zoma explained it. The days of your life might mean only the days. All the days of your life includes the nights also. The other sages, however, explain it this way. The days of your life refers to this world only, but all the days of your life includes also the time of the Messiah. Blessed is God who gave the Torah to his people Israel. Blessed is he. The Torah speaks about 4 sons. One who is wise, one who is contrary, one who is simple, and one who does not even know how to ask a question.
And Marge. Oh, Grandma.
no, I
you
can't
wanna-
read it in small print.
Eternal our God has commanded us. You shall explain to him all the laws of Passover to the very last detail about the Afikomen. The contrary son asks, what is the meaning of his service to you? Saying you, he excludes himself, and because he excludes himself from the group, he denies a basic principle. You may therefore tell him plainly, because of what the Eternal did for me when I came forth from Egypt, I do this for me and not for him. Had he been
What did you say?
And the Eternal brought us out of Egypt from the house of bondage. As for the son who does not even know how to ask a question, you must begin for him, as it is written in the Bible. You shall take your child on that day. This is done because of all that which the Eternal did for me when I came forth out of Egypt. One might think that the Seder ceremony should be performed on the first day of Nisan. The Torah therefore tells us that
Japanese
on that
holiday.
day,
I think this is a record. This is the earliest we've cranked her up. I'm shocked.
one might suppose that the Seder should be considered.
I never thought about this, Nissan.
But inasmuch as the Torah asks, because of all this, I learned from that the ceremony shall not begin until the time of the
Let's have a little decorum for our
parenthesis,
guests.
matzah, close parenthesis. The bitter herbs are set before you on Passover night.
Now, we may digress here to understand that this is the beginning of the Jew lawyer. And the fact that we come up with this incredible semanticism during the middle of a ritual ceremony, wherein it says, because the Torah adds, because of all this.
Somebody take away his soapbox, will you?
I'll get the gun.
Aunt Marjorie, would you continue? You're doing a great job.
Yeah, that's right.
The svelte Aunt Marjorie will continue.
That's right. Get a lot of recordings of this.
Oh, what's that? No, wait.
Careful, Nancy.
This is going to be the before picture.
Oh, very nice.
Very good, very good,
Our
Jimmy.
forefathers were worshippers.
You learn these things when you live in the corporate world.
Now the eternal of our God, and we worship him, even as the Bible tells us. And Joshua said to all the people, thus said the eternal God of Israel, in days of old your forefathers lived beyond the river. I can't read this.
Get your glasses on.
Where's your
Take
glasses?
over.
Next in line.
Yes,
We're
go
gonna take
ahead.
over.
Lost the place.
That is-
Where are we? It's
that
in the
is
small
Terah,
print,
the
and
father
Joshua
of-
said,
Oh, that is Terah, the father
go
of
ahead,
Abraham,
whoever you
not
are.
Thor. They worshipped.
Jason.
Go ahead.
They worshipped other gods. Then I took Abraham your father from beyond the river. I led him through the whole land of Canaan.
Part of Connecticut.
Then I
That's New
increased.
Canaan.
Then I increased his family by giving him a son, Isaac.
Canaan, Windsor Locks, Stamford, and Darien.
Should I pause after every sentence?
Absolutely,
Again?
yes,
Is that
yes.
easier?
That's part of the routine.
And I gave to Isaac 2 sons, Jacob and Esau.
Oh,
That was weak. To Esau I gave Mount Seir as a possession, but Jacob
You know
and
how to
his
pronounce
sons
that. I didn't-
went down to Egypt. It was a guess.
Oh, okay.
That's
Bless-
good, we like you.
Blessed be
Remember,
God.
never admit you don't know around here.
That's probably wise.
Subject to abuse immediately. Go ahead.
Blessed be God who keeps his promise to Israel. Blessed be he. For God foretold the end of the bondage to Abraham at the covenant of sacrifices. For God said to Abraham, you know that your children will be strangers in a land not their own. They will be
Go ahead.
they will be enslaved there and will be oppressed for 100 years.
You're doing a
400
terrific
years.
job. You're much better than those other guys.
I saw the picture. The nation who will
I'm only
oppress them
kidding.
shall, however,
He
be
is-
judged. Afterwards they will come forth with great wealth.
Okay.
Raise the.
Raise the
Oh.
one.
Great,
I'll take over.
go ahead.
This promise made to our forefathers holds true also for us. For more than once have they risen against us to destroy us. In every generation they rise against us and seek our destruction. But the Holy One, blessed be He, saves us from their hands.
This year was Saddam
We
Hussein.
don't get to drink.
Ooh, that's a tease.
Okay, come and
Yeah.
learn what Laban the Syrian tried to do to our father Jacob. While Pharaoh decreed only against the males, in my petition. Does everyone else have that?
Yes.
Nice
That was a
proofreading.
trick they gave at a birthday party.
Yeah. Laban desired to uproot all.
Laban.
Oh. For so it is
Hey,
written.
she's Southern, really.
Saddam. Remember, Laban and Saddam.
Saddam.
There you go.
For so it is written, Assyrians sought to destroy my father, and he went down to Egypt and dwelled there, a handful, few in number. There he became a nation, great, mighty, and numerous. He went down to Egypt. Why did he go down to Egypt? He was compelled by God's decree. He dwelled there. This means that Jacob our father did not go down to Egypt to settle there, but only to stay for a short while. For so it is said, and they said to Pharaoh, we have come to dwell in the land because there is no pasture for the flocks of your servants, since the famine is very bad in the land of Canaan, and now let your servants dwell in the land of Goshen.
But the trotters are.
Few in number, as it is said, your forefathers went down into Egypt with 70 persons. Now the eternal your God has made you as numerous as the stars in heaven. And there he became a nation. From this we learn that Israel became a distinct nation in Egypt. Great and mighty, as it is said, and the children of Israel were fruitful and increased and multiplied, and became very strong and numerous, so that the land was full of them.
They also did
And I said unto him,
Excellent.
what do you
That was excellent. Jimmy, would you?
And numerous, as it is said. I have increased you as the growth of the field, and you have become numerous and grown big and reached to excellence in beauty. You are fully grown, yet you remain naked and bare. And the Egyptians did evil unto us, and they made us suffer. They set upon us hard work. Oy.
You wouldn't believe how hard.
And the Egyptians did evil unto us.
Schlepping.
Mortar! As it is said in the Bible, come let us deal craftily with them, lest they increase yet more. And it may be that when war occurs, they will be added to our enemies and fight against us and go up out of the land. and they made us suffer, as the Bible relates. So the Egyptians set taskmasters over them in order to oppress them with their burdens, and they built Pithoms and Ramses as store cities for Pharaoh, and they set upon us hard work, as the Bible states. And Egypt made the children of Israel labor rigorously. So we cried unto the Eternal.
Giggling in Ramses.
All right, go ahead.
Ooh, I didn't get that till just now.
There was giggling.
They're giggling at
Ramses.
Ramses.
She had to point it out to me.
Oh, yeah.
So we
Okay.
cried unto the Eternal, the God of our
Does it got
fathers,
anything to do with
and
the-
the Eternal heard our voice.
Does that have anything to do with the Trojan horse?
And our burden and our oppression. So we cried unto the
Started it.
Eternal, the God of our fathers, as the Bible recounts. And it came to pass in the course of those many days that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel moaned because of their servitude, and cried out. And their outcry from their
Was that
servitude
Yul Brynner or his father?
Oh, sorry, it says moan, not
came up unto God. And the
Raise a
Eternal
couple
heard our
more.
voice and tells us. And God heard their groaning and called the super. And God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And he saw our affliction. This phrase suggests the enforced separation of husband and wife under Pharaoh's persecution.
Of course.
As it is written, and God saw the children of Israel, and God understood their plight and our burden. This recalls the drowning of the male children. As it is said, every son that is born you shall cast into the Nile, but every daughter you may keep alive.
And here's our hostess catching up on her first couple of cups of wine.
Go ahead.
Chug, 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 chug.
Not supposed to drink.
Do you care to take over, Uncle David?
Could we have a
Our
vote, or
oppression.
should
This
I
refers to the
film this
crushing
whole
lies
thing,
that
or
the
shall I
Bible says,
interrupt
"And I have
it?
seen the oppression with which the Egyptians are oppressing them.
You don't
And the
have to
Eternal
record
brought
this.
us forth from Egypt
No?
with a strong hand, with an
For
outstretched arm,
posterity, no.
great terror, and with signs and
We've
wonders.
gotten the
The
flavor.
Eternal brought forth from Egypt not by a ministering angel, not by a fire.
Said, has any,
No,
Has
she's
any
entitled.
God- Has any God ever tried to go and remove one nation from the midst of another nation with trials, with signs, and with wonders, and with battle, and with strong hand and outstretched arm, and with
Could
great
somebody
terrors,
move that
as
little
all
bottle
that
of
the
wine
eternal
there,
God
please?
did for you
Thank
in
you.
Egypt before your eyes, and with signs. This refers to the rod of Moses, as it is said. And thou, Moses, shalt take in thy hand this
Rod
rod.
of Moses.
Yo, come on now.
We have proof of
Did
that.
he take his rod to Ramses?
Yes, he certainly did.
He covered it.
Nasty now. Wherewith thou shalt do the signs and wonders. This refers to
Okay,
the
now you gotta do this on the
blood.
table.
As he's written, you do it on a plate.
I mean on the plate, I mean on the
plate. As it's
Well, I
written,
have
it's
white,
written.
so I'm good.
I spilled 5
White
drops.
wine
What's gonna
is
happen
on
to
the
me?
plate.
Dom.
I will
Hey.
Another interpretation is as follows, as is traditional, with a strong hand refers to 2 plagues, with an outstretched arm 2, with great terror 2, with signs 2, with wonders refers to 2 plagues. Thus we have 10 plagues that the Holy One, blessed be He, brought upon the Egyptians in Egypt, and they are as follows.
In Hebrew, in
In
Hebrew.
Hebrew,
Kinim,
Arad, Deber, Shechit, Barad, Arad, Hoshech, Makad, and Borod.
I hope you're being careful of the tablecloth.
Get real.
let's worry about
I'm using
Rabbi
white, it's
Judah
safe.
used to refer to the 10 plagues by their Hebrew initials, or
Wait a minute.
acronyms.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Here.
yeah.
Okay.
Tzchach,
Adash, Biachav.
Rabbi Jose the Galilean.
All right.
However,
Rabbi Jose.
since Rabbi Jose is absent, Rabbi